Hey guys, it's Bill. It's One Happy Diabetic. I hope everybody's doing well. This is a video kind of shout out, but it's really a response to Allie Beatty's or Allie's Voice on YouTube. And she does a video about, I want to just, I guess, some diabetic relationship issues, flaws, things I like to call the diabetes monster I have. And I obviously could have done some research and looked at some of the other blogs about people that have been in relationships or are in relationships, I should say, that have diabetes. But I really wanted, I guess, not my advice, but my thoughts really to come from myself and how really I've dealt with and my family's dealt with a lot of the diabetes monster that lives within me. I've said this multiple times, but diabetes to me is when I feel high and I feel low. Those feelings that I get really separates my diabetes from my normal self. When my blood sugar is over 180, when it's in the 200s, and it happens, I'm really not me. I'm this diabetic Bill, in a sense. And when my blood sugar is low, it's even on a completely different spectrum. Because when my blood sugar is low, mentally I'm not there. And I can become very short-tempered, and I become short-tempered as well when my blood sugar is high. The interesting thing is that I almost can feel and know that I am acting out inappropriately. I almost am a little bit more rude, I want to say. I have less of a, I don't know, less of a tolerance for, God, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but just less of a tolerance just for anything. Well, I know those were some vague details, I guess, on just me being moody when my blood sugar is high and low. But the real question is how do I deal with it, and how does my wife deal with it? And I really must say, and I'm not just saying this, but I mean I really truly love my wife. And she can tell the difference between when I'm acting out because my blood sugar's high and when I'm acting out because my blood sugar's low, or when I'm just acting out, because I think we all do. But the one thing that I've really tried to do, and I think it's helped a lot, is, you know, you might have heard the term diabetes police. You know, what's your blood sugar? What's your blood sugar? Well, my wife is like the best glucose meter I have, because she can tell when I'm not myself. And then she'll, you know, simply ask me, like, Bill, what's your blood sugar? Or, you know, maybe you should check your blood sugar. And I think if you're coming from the diabetes police approach, which a lot of us have, and I have it too, you're kind of, you just get upset about it. And you're like, I'm not going to test my blood sugar, and what are you trying to say? Like, this isn't me, and, you know, you get upset about it. What I've really tried to do is when she's asking me about my blood sugar and she's asking me to test my blood sugar because she wants to know where it's at, it really is her own insight to really how I'm reacting. And if my blood sugar is normal and I'm acting a certain way, then it's going to really mean something different to her than if my blood sugar is high or my blood sugar is low and I'm acting out. And when I do get caught off guard, and she asked me to check my blood sugar because I might be acting a little bit differently, and it is low or it is high, you know, the first thing I do is I apologize. And I think that's really the biggest step, is that if I'm acting out and I'm moody because my blood sugar is high or my blood sugar is low, being sincere about my apology about it and knowing that, you know, it was a result of, you know, my blood sugars being off and not really, you know, who I am. So one of the other big steps, I think, in relationships really is becoming teammates and partners with one's own diabetes. When my wife's asking me my blood sugar, it's because she wants to know, and I want to see too, and I always kind of like diabetes test her, so what would you do? You know, what would you do if you're high or low and things like that, and really try to guide her. Because if you keep your diabetes to yourself, and really as a person with diabetes, I think we do that a lot, is we don't want to share it. We don't want to tell people about it sometimes. Or we'll tell people about it, but we'll only say the good things, or, you know, stuff like that. But really, it's all those diabetes secrets that we have that really can help somebody who loves you understand more about you. And to be able to do that with somebody just really opens your heart up to them and really opens up your true self to them. Because really, if you're in a relationship with somebody, they're really there to support you. And if you don't allow them the ability to do that at the best of their ability, but only to selectively let them do that, then really it's a disadvantage to you, and it's really, it's really like you're keeping something from them. So like I said, I guess earlier, is that, it's always a challenge dealing with me. I don't know how my wife does it. I wish she would come on and tell you guys. I'm getting her ramped up. Maybe she will do a video because she's just amazing, and but she could really tell you a lot of the differences that she sees in my moods, for sure, and the way that I act when my blood sugar is different. And a lot of those things are things that I don't notice, and things that she picks up. And like I said, she's my best glucose meter, is because she can pick up on some of those cues before I can even pick them up. And once you have the ability to trust that other person and say, okay, I will test my blood sugar, it's only going to make them feel better. And it's going to make you feel better too, because if you just realize that they're really caring about you, then really, I mean, what more do you want from, somebody that you're going to be in a relationship with? I think the problem comes is when you ignore it, and ignore your diabetes, and ignore the fact that you might be a little bit moody if you're high or low, and ignore the fact if somebody asks you to check your blood sugar and say you won't, or if you check your blood sugar and they ask you what it is and you're like, you just, I don't know, give them something, I don't know. It really just takes away from, relationships and truth and honesty, and that's really the foundation of, successful relationships. So, what's your blood sugar? 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 One of the other, I'm like hitting you guys. Hey, one of the other things. Hey, sorry for this like yellow haze. I'm not in my normal lighting mode. Sorry guys. I'm really trying to work on my lighting. Alright? I'm really trying to work on that. I hope you guys notice in my videos I'm really trying to do that. So props to you lighting people that have been writing to me.